What's going on? This is Yancey, author and producer of the This Is Why series. Make sure you go now and subscribe to my website, www.newfacemanagement.org. This is why you go to college.
Face Entertainment.
New Face Family. New Face Family.
This is why you go to college.
New Face Entertainment.
New Face Entertainment.
This is why you go to college.
New Face Entertainment.
This is why you go to college.
This is why you go to college.
And this is why you go to college.
So we here.
Here.
My boy.
Number
15 years, my number.
15? Is that what
My
we're
dude, over 15 years. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? We've known each other for a long time. But
that's almost half my life.
yeah. We're going to go ahead and introduce yourself to the camera. Let them know who you are.
Mark Jackson, Quintessence 6,
Yeah.
James Hall, Fifth Floor, all that, GE, 806 GE,
Yeah.
music producer, musician, entertainer, friend, brother.
Yeah.
Soon
Where you from?
Father. Nah,
Soon father.
from Virginia, from Northern Virginia, Cat Harpin, which is like up the highway from Hampton. It's far enough to be away from home, but close enough to get home.
Word.
Right?
And where you right now?
We are in Hollywood, California.
Cool.
Los Angeles. Somehow I ended up here.
All right, so let's talk about real quick what made you decide to go to college and what made you decide to go to Hampton.
Well, initially I wanted to go to Full Sail, which is a audio video school in Florida.
Okay.
But when I graduated high school, I was 17. I didn't turn 18 till October. My parents were like, "Oh no, you need to. You're not ready to do all that. You're gonna have to be on your own." So I looked at programs and like with different colleges. The only one school to have one was Hampton. Like
Okay.
Specifically, I haven't looked at Howard, and they didn't have one. Gladly, that would have been crazy. But it's too close to home. Right. And then I wouldn't know all y'all. Well, actually, we probably would have met.
We'll figure it out
Eventually.
Word.
But yeah.
All right.
So that's what got me to Hampton. That's the only school I applied to. I got in, and I found out on high school day. The day before high school day, when I was in high school. So it was like
That you made it.
It was like a free trip to the school I knew I was going to. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's how I got there.
Cool. All right. So fast forward. You was about to touch on it, but you didn't speak on it yet.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about your relationship with New Face and what happened your freshman year, as far as
So freshman year, I enjoyed freshman. Freshman year was cool. I played for this for my dorm director's R&B group, Waterfront.
Right.
So I was always around older people. I didn't really have curfew. I literally was meeting whoever was this admin of that. Important people at Hampton, and then I always was around, like my big bro Carl, who really was the one who kind of pulled me into New Face. Cause like first semester, fall semester, I thought they was extra. I was really running into these dorms, putting flyers, handbills, and then I was like doing it the next semester, next year. So yeah, that's kind of how I was already kind of like the. Remember, it had to be like freshman week, my freshman year. Me and my boy, his name Ronald Young, he sings, and we did like the talent show. So I was always like a out in the front type person anyway.
Right.
So it was natural for me to be a part of something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It took you a second, but you came in.
Yeah, I came around. Yeah. I came around. Sometimes you got to be KD.
Right.
Join them.
Yeah, join them later.
Join them later.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we decided to one of the first events we had was the You Got Served. That should have been your sophomore year.
It was for sure sophomore year.
That was the beginning of your sophomore year. Then we did another one almost back to back.
Yeah. Those were crazy.
Yeah.
Those were crazy. And
so I seen some videos showing the beginning stages.
Yeah, you used to tap into me to host those. That's different than. See, I'm really good at the improv stuff and this and that, but hosting events like cause we really put those well together, right along with the fashion shows or the pageants or that. So that's different when you really gotta some stuff you gotta like, yo, we gotta do this, transition to this next part. It's harder than it looks.
Right.
But a lot of that's, definitely prepared me,
Yeah.
for everything that I do now.
All right. So I know you were a little rebellious when it came to like New Face meetings and things of that nature. So like.
Oh. I don't think I was. I think I would just get the minutes from the important people.
So that means you were
Not that
rebellious.
nobody wasn't important.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't. Well, one year I couldn't make the meetings for a reason.
Right.
And
06.
And you knew that. So. But yeah, I was about big picture stuff. What's the event when we doing it?
Right. What's going on? Let me know and I'll be there.
Oh, are y'all doing spaghetti? Okay, I'll come through.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. 2006. You got an excuse. Cool. No problem.
Right.
So after 2006.
So after 2000,
Yeah.
so I crossed the spring in 2006. Prize, that.
Yeah. GE.
So now I'm now I'm the like events guy, for our chapter.
Yeah.
And so I basically, just took everything I learned from you and from New Face, and then, all the sometimes the misses and the hits. Like even when I tell my neos now, I'm like, yo, you can't just post to Instagram. Like you have to get out there. Like one, that's how you get your repeat people because they know you, they remember you. It's not as informal like that.
Right.
Two, everybody just not gonna see it that way. I was like, and three is just a great way to. Well, we should just post up at a tree and just meet girls all day. It's an easy way to. Well, well, hit me up if y'all coming through. It's like 3 of y'all, okay, cool, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I picked up that, and then so then me and you used to start meeting. And I'm like, listen, we not taking bread up front no more. We want to put in with you.
Right.
But the dope part, you was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You're like, that's dope. And I always thought that was dope. You weren't like, oh, this nigga trying to be. It wasn't like I was Dre and you was Ghost. It wasn't like, oh, this nigga trying to take over the club now, and this or that. Nah. It's just like, but that's stuff I learned from you, like, and that's something we were really big on, especially once I came in. And it won't up to other chapters to figure it out, but we believed in us as much as you did. So we're like, no, we want to, but we'll do the work too.
Yeah.
Some people just want, all right, now you can put our name on there. You get $500 for that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to put in the work and put in some bread with it, So that's what happened in 2006.
Yeah, that networking was very
Whole bunch of stuff. Learn how to
Right.
get them. Got to go downtown to get the, what is it? Entertainment license or something.
Yep, downtown Hampton.
Just nonsense, like, well, nonsense, but realizing that there is a proper way to do it. You can't like just backyard or backdoor everything. That's a definite pull up. Your shit shut down. I did some wild parties. We did some wild.
We did some parties that pushed the envelope, and then we did some parties that was the correct way.
Yeah.
It's a part of college life.
Person.
It's what we want to do. Is what we did to make a name for ourselves, and not even knowing at the time, we were doing things that people wasn't even thinking about doing.
Nah. I mean, I know probably at every college there's like entertainment companies or this or that. But ours was really like, one, it was a family, but two, it was really like, it was like legit.
You remember the dinners? New Face dinners?
The dinners was lit. The dinners was always lit. You take for granted that sometimes you be hungry. You like, damn, that was good. For a college kid, dinners, that's what I'm saying. It was really like a family.
Right.
Like, for sure.
When it comes to the DJs, being someone of a musical mind, which DJ would you think about was like one of the best ones in college?
See, cause I came in 03. I got a little bit of every. That's why.
It's a good time.
That's why I'm so like hard on any DJs. I'm like, yo. I mean, outside of what some of our DJs have gone on to do professionally, I just remember how I was like, nah, they've been nice since like college. Just like, being more technician. They were more like musicians with it.
Right.
Like the blending and doing new stuff. I really like. I like everybody for different reasons. I like Tay. I always like Tay for his like his mashups. I really like Drew for his scratching is crazy.
Yeah, scratching.
Like his scratching, his technique is crazy. Who we had? We had LP LP good for LP pull up with the. I think he was the main laptop guy though. He was the first. He like innovated that. Like he was like he could literally he was right there.
He had a good sounding for blending too because it's hard to do that.
Yeah, that's hard to do when you tapping. And he was doing it like with no like Q headphones to like hear it before he did it. We had so many DJs. Sean.
Yeah, Marvelous.
Marvelous.
Reg.
Niggas love Marv. Marv always played reggae though.
That was
Marv loved, that wasn't my thing. I like the ones that everybody knew. But Marv had a dope, like a deep reggae set. Of course Boogie, crazy ass. Boogie played the Atomic Dog during the Kappas, like Lee Polmark was there. Like Boogie's crazy ignorant, but he'll definitely turn up and party. Mardi Gras was the crazy one. But if you just talking about a good party, definitely Pajama Jam. Pajama Jam was.
That was usually in the fall. That was cool.
It was just stupid. And then when we moved it to Legion,
I think that was the event that you asked to do it together at the Legion.
Because we wanted to move it. We privatized it.
Right.
We always used to do it in Holland.
Yeah.
But you kind of capped Holland. It's 5. 7 here, 3 or this.
Debauchery we called it. Remember that?
It
was debauchery.
Debauchery.
Debauchery 4.0, I think it was called 3.0.
Debauchery.
That's what that was the event that you asked as opposed to
I was like opposed to
giving a donation.
The donation. I was like, no, we want to go in with you. And and we went hard on that.
And that's why I was like, listen, a pajama party off campus, I don't know.
I was like, nah, it's time to. I said, nah, it's time to, because I already seen the brand. And plus, then we didn't have to deal with a lot of the restrictions of doing, stuff on campus, like outside schools and stuff like that. Like, it opened up. I mean, when Cats was paying, 40, 50.
That's what, but you was over there with me, like, when we gonna raise it up. You don't have a pajama on? All right, $20 on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the way we did it,
That was, Yep, and we used to really be sitting in there and counting all that money at the end, and I'd walk out with a Crown Royal bag. Yeah. And then that'd be it.
Then we have dinner on Sunday.
Yeah, and then that would be it. Yeah.
And nobody knows. G and New Face kept it moving. What do you think New Face does for somebody who, is looking for a type of, friendship and looking for networking? What do you think that a company off campus like that does?
Crazy part is though, it was huge for that, but that's not why we were in it. I don't think we were thinking like that.
I mean,
we never was like, oh, let me be in here so I can be under other DJs. I think it was just like a conglomerate of people, but it turned out to be. I mean, just think
that's what it ended up being.
Just think of the people that you just seen out here in LA. That's how many award shows countries traveled to. Plaques, Grammy nominations, and that's just our LA circle. And we was literally all like in New Face, not just like 1 year tender contract. We was like in it. And like we can't say that that we didn't definitely learn from all that.
All right. So what made you decide to? Actually, let's backtrack before. What made you decide to come to LA? Let's talk about when you left Hampton. What happened?
Okay, So when I left Hampton, I went to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta, and let's see what happened. It was a few years. It must have been like a few years. I was just still in the Hampton area, like playing for a church, doing gigs. So I was just still kind of living out there. And then one day, my roommate, his girl at the time, was pregnant. Shout out my boy Trail, my old roommate, and she lived in Atlanta. Well, he had to go down to Atlanta to check her, and he's like, "You want to go?" Matter of fact, he didn't go to Hampton, but he's kind of New Face. I was at Leon's crib, Boss Bags. I was at Leon's house. I was like, man, shit, I'm down. I didn't have I think I had like $10 maybe, like for real. I'll go across the street to where the Popeyes was. I tell Blake I'm leaving. I'm like, he a barber, they always got cash. So I'm like, hey, let me hold like $15. Just so I give it to my boy for gas. So I just packed a bag and I just never came back to Hampton. And then I went down there and so, okay, we gotta backtrack a little. So before I even crossed, when Trey Songz first came out, it's how it ties in. I hosted that Singular Wireless college tour. It was when Trey first came out. I was hosting it outside, so that's when I met his manager and his producer. His manager is Delonte, who's a Hampton alum, and I met Troy. And I met Trey, but I met him later. I met him at that gas station by the McDonald's.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that was me hosting. That's the crazy part. But anyway, I kept in contact with Troy Taylor a lot and was always working with him. Okay. And then from then, one day I told him, like, hey, I'm about to head down to Atlanta. So he's like, all right, hit us up when you're down here. So I go to my cousin's house. I hit them when I got down there, and literally my cousin stayed up the hill from where their studio house was, just ironically.
Word.
And so I walked there, literally like the first, I used to use Fruity Loops, they used to use Logic. I didn't know how to use it at all, but like the first track I made on there, Trey wrote to it and it was on his album. Like within the first month I was there. Then the album came out later that year.
What album was that?
Passion, Pain, and Pleasure. That day, Please Return My Call. And I went on to do a couple other songs with him. Let's see the homie doing some stuff with him now. But yeah, so that was Atlanta. And I did that for a few years. And then, of course, tying back in another new face with Tay. Me and Tay always stayed in contact while he was DJing for Justin, so I would always send him tracks. And then, so then I made my way out to LA. Actually, who you was earlier, my Profite K. He was renting a studio, like running it in Santa Monica, I believe, somewhere out there. And he was like, bro, I'll pay for this. Is coming from Atlanta. Like each time I make a location move, it's always just sudden and it's pivotal though. I don't know how it's set up like that.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, just come out here. You know, I'll get your ticket and all that. Just help me. You know, I need you to engineer. Help me. I was like, dude, yeah. And you know, just on some, you know, that's just friends too. And he always looked out, made sure I had a bottle and something to eat. And you know, it was me and Joey. We just be in there working like all day. And then so this is my LA transition. And then one day I was at Tay's house, and he was like, all right, you know, we're gonna run up to Justin's house real quick. So they're up there and they're playing journals for Justin's manager. And Justin has a piano like in his foyer. Foyer is it's a fancy word. And so while they're playing, it's my first time hearing the song, but you know, I'm playing along with it, which is something like, you know, people knew at Hampton.
You were good with that.
I could just pick up and play whatever, and then Justin comes out. He's like, dude, oh, you already heard those? I was like, nah. He's like, oh, okay, you're dope. How long you gonna be out here? I'm like, man, I'm out here. And I already sent some tracks. And then like the next day, they're like, can you come to Chicago? I want to do a session with you. So
Justin.
yeah, and that's 2013. And then we were working on that album until it came out in 2015.
Word.
And then in 2015 is when I finally decided to move out here. Of course, because I got the bag. You can't really be out here without the bag.
Yeah, you gotta get the bag.
Gotta get the bag.
You got the bag, and
so and then that's LA, and then that's I'm here. But again, that's tied in with more new face people.
What would you say to our youth that has a dream, has a passion? What do you want to say to that person that's trying to follow their passion, follow their dream?
If you have a dream, if you have a vision, like he said, the hardest part, but most rewarding part is the execution. Whatever your dream, your vision is, you know, if you got a plan, execute it. And part of executing is understanding that it's not going to be instant. That's a lot of times, like, I was doing music in college. They still play one of my songs I made in the Harbor's apartment, the Million Girls remix. We're going to use that in here too. Maybe. I forgot it's got that Lil Wayne sound. But yeah, like, and at that time I thought, man, I'm the nicest. They sleeping on me. All these people, I could be on all these, my shit sound way better. I wouldn't play none of that stuff now. Like, so understand that it's a process. Plan it out and really execute. You can literally, it's cliche, you can literally do whatever you want. Like, it's, especially now, you know, and we didn't have, and even though it wasn't long ago, that's crazy to say, we didn't have, Facebook came way later. Twitter was after the fact. If we had all that when we was in college, we all would be at least at 500,000.
I know.
Follow, like easily, because we destroyed Facebook.
Right.
And we sound old. But anyway, but yeah, just utilize all your tools and definitely utilize, your network, because like to say, your network is your net worth.
Cool. All right, and then for that high school senior that's thinking about going to college, thinking about going away to college, what would you say to that person if he's sitting right here and he's like, yo, listen, Mark, I don't know about college. I just think that someone told me to go to college after high school. What would you tell them as far as like what they should do moving forward?
If you're not sure what you want to do, education is always the right choice. Mm-hmm. But if you're sure what you want to do, if you're sure you want to open your own auto shop, you need to go be an apprentice under somebody. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to preach. That's what my parents supported me with. Mm-hmm. They supported that, because that sounds crazy in case I want to do music, I want to do that. They're like, all right, go do it. Mm-hmm. They wasn't like, well, what's your backup or this or that, Mm-hmm. Like if you know what you want to do, then start that path, but educate yourself about what you want to do. Right. And but sometimes that channel may not be through a formal 4-year college. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know what you're doing and you're unsure, which a lot of 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds are going to be, then I would definitely suggest education. I would definitely suggest HBCU as well, just so you can get that nurturing and really, like, everybody I was down with, I'm up with. Like, we're all doing, like, amazing things,
All right. Well, that concludes the little interview piece.
That wasn't that. That was tough.